Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chris Tam, owner of Face Plus Body Studio. I am a licensed esthetician of 30 years, a Pilates instructor for 20, and a health and hormone coach. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about glycolic and lactic peels, which are not only my personal favorite, but the most popular in my treatment room. I know a lot of people have been a little traumatized by the word chemical peel, and especially if you guys remember Samantha Jones from Sex and the City after she had her peel, and on that episode her skin was bright red, and still to this day when people come in for a peel in my office, they say, am I going to look like Samantha after my treatment? Well, I just did a 30% lactic peel on my own skin about 20 minutes ago, and as you can see, I am not red at all. In fact, I have no makeup on other than a little bit of eye makeup, but my skin is there's no makeup. So I'm 51 years old, I am postmenopausal, and these types of treatments are wonderful for any age you are at and any hormone place you are in your life right now. But I just wanted to kind of clear up any fear that you might have around glycolic and or lactic. These peels, although considered or sometimes fall under the category of chemical peels, they are chemically changing the molecular structure of your skin in a positive way to create the desired results. But they are naturally derived and not chemicals that you're putting on your skin. There are other ingredients that are actual chemicals that are synthetic, that are man-made, but these alpha hydroxy peels are naturally derived from fruits and plants and natural ingredients. So glycolic, today I'm going to talk about glycolic and lactic a little bit, more information on just those two because they are the most popular in my facial practice. So glycolic is derived from sugar cane. Both are considered exfoliants. So in the process of a facial, I use these peels at the exfoliation stage. That follows usually some cleansing. Condition specific. So glycolic and lactic are both condition specific. So I'll get into what they target in just a moment. I just want to rewind a little bit and tell you that the lactic that I use in my office is derived from molasses. So it can come from honey, it can come from molasses. That's where it's derived from. I know a lot of times we think of milk products or dairy products when we hear the word lactic. These are derived from molasses. Okay, so getting back to condition specific. So glycolic you can think of as pulling out of the skin, and lactic you can think of as more giving back to the skin. Both in which I use are from a company called Visual Changes. My dog wants a little attention here, so I'll give it to her. And so these two peels, these specific peels by Visual Changes, are antioxidant treatments as well as peels, which I really love because they're softer on the skin. You still get that 30% level of exfoliation, but they also deposit antioxidants, so it gives you this really soft looking. That's why my skin's not red at all. It feels more gentle. There's not a lot of irritation. On a scale of 1 to 10, whenever I ask clients, where are you on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being unbearable. With the glycolic, maybe it's a little bit higher, sometimes a 3, but definitely with the lactic, it's usually like a 2. And that only lasts for the first 30 seconds. We can combine these with treatments like microdermabrasion. If you do microdermabrasion before the peel, it allows for the peel to penetrate deeper, and you're going to get a deeper peel. The level of tingling or level of sting might go from that 2 or 3 to a level, maybe a 5 or 6, possibly a 7, but that dissipates over 30 seconds. The peels take 10 minutes to do what they're going to do. If you're in any pain or discomfort, there's no need to leave it on. We can always take it off. But just know that at 10 minutes is when they time out. So even if they're left on for more than 10 minutes, the actual peeling process stops at 10 minutes and you're done. So and by that time you feel nothing. It's just that initial putting the peel on, you might feel it. It also changes where you are in the time of the month. depending where your hormones are, maybe where your metabolism is, where your immune system is how you might feel the peel. But they're really very mild and comfortable. I wanted to talk a little more, again, getting back to condition specific and what they are exactly. So what they do is they exfoliate the surface of the skin. So we can do that at home with things like enzymes. You probably have seen glycolic or other alpha hydroxy acids in stores or online, and they're usually a smaller percent than what we do in the treatment room. So anything under than, I'd say, a 10% is something that you can find at home. I know The Ordinary has a 10% glycolic, which I even have in my medicine cabinet upstairs. So it's something I like to do when I feel like my skin's a little bit congested or clogged, or I've been wearing a lot of sunscreen, and it just gives me a nice exfoliation, or even just like a deep cleanse. So they exfoliate the surface of the skin. It speeds up our cell metabolism. So as we age, and when we are younger, we're making new skin cells. Our whole body is making new skin cells head to toe every 28 days. As we age, that process slows down, so the dead skin cells are left on our skin for a longer period of time. When the dead skin cells are left on the surface of our skin, that's when we start to see and develop fine lines and wrinkles. You start to notice discoloration. Your skin just looks sluggish and dull. So by using an alpha hydroxy, there's a lot of them out there, but I'm just going to say alpha hydroxy acid, which glycolic and lactic fall under that category. It just sweeps off those dead skin cells, and it forces your skin to start renewing. It starts that cell metabolism process, so you're going to rebuild new skin cells, more collagen and elastin, and give your skin that extra boost. You're tricking Mother Nature by dissolving the dead skin cells. It's going to force your skin to renew itself. All of that in a gentle way. Things Also, not only does aging stop our cell metabolism, but any kind of stress. So whether it be emotional stress, environmental stress, physical stress, or perceived stress, even perceived stress will stop your cell metabolism. Our skin's metabolism is the first one to completely slow down or even stop to save energy for your body to deal with whatever stresses are going on in your life. And let's face it, we're all under stress these days, and it takes a toll on our skin. So I want you to know that because you're looking at my skin right now and knowing that I did a 30% peel, that it does not leave your skin red and irritated. You can go about your day. It doesn't interrupt your schedule. And my skin is going to continue to look better over the next 10 days or so. It's going to regenerate those skin cells. And I'm very happy with the way that my skin feels and looks right now. I am 51 years old, and so exfoliation is very key when we start to go through menopause and we start losing our estrogen, which keeps our skin feeling really soft and supple and healthy and glowy. And so things like alpha hydroxys are going to help keep your skin looking youthful and feeling really nice. The difference between the glycolic and lactics, I just want to touch on that. When I have a client coming in that's maybe oily, acneic, doesn't even have to be acneic, but maybe they were concerned about pore size. They want to minimize the appearance of pores, texture, pigmentation, things like that, especially like a normal to oily skin type. I'm going to gravitate more towards glycolic. Now, with that said, a client might come in telling me that they feel very dry, but once I cleanse the skin and really look at the skin under the magnifying lamp that I use, I might see that their skin is congested with oil. Therefore, their body is producing enough oil, but they're only feeling really dry because those pores are clogged and the natural oils of the skin are not getting out to lubricate the surface of the skin. So even though they're saying they're dry, they're producing oil. I'm going to grab that glycolic acid. It's going to do a great job of unplugging all of those clogged pores, and then their skin is going to feel really hydrated and moisturized because the natural oils of the skin will then be able to lubricate and moisturize the surface of the skin. So Here's my client number 2 who actually needs the lactic peel. So lactic is more for mature, dry, sensitive skin. The reason I say sensitive is when I'm looking at a skin, somebody might say that they're sensitive, but what really indicates to me that their skin is sensitive is if I see capillary activity. So if there's any redness in their skin, broken capillaries, and again, I can see this all in my mag lamp, or if I see that their pores are really, really tight and they're not congested with any oil, that means they actually have dry skin. My dog is eating his bully braid, so if you happen to hear any chewing, that's what's going on in the background. But it keeps him out of my way, so that's good. We'll let it be. So lactic acid, it actually strengthens your capillary walls. It hydrates your skin, and both lactic and glycolic, but lactic is known more for strengthening your skin's barrier, making it more resilient and stronger. That barrier protecting your skin for those environmental aggressors, outside aggressors, things like pollution and just icky stuff in the air that can attach itself to our skin. Those free radicals cause damage to our skin cells, causing pigmentation, premature aging, and fine lines and wrinkles, things we want to avoid. So my message today is to let you know that alpha hydroxy acids are completely safe. Best to do them in the treatment room if you're working with them over a 10%. They are available over the counter. Know that the percentage is very important. So if you're using, say, a cleanser, a moisturizer, a serum, even an SPF, and they all have an alpha hydroxy acid in them, those add up. The percentages add up. So if one has 5%, the other has 8%, so now we're at 13 and you're using another that has 10%, you have a 23% of alpha hydroxy, and say you're using that, every 3 days or so, that's way too much. That's over processing your skin. I don't want to scare you, but I'm just letting you know that you don't need to overdo. Less is more. So you only want to be using it, say, in one of your products. And sometimes you can, depending on your skin type and your sensitivity, you may only need to use it once a week, just as a good exfoliation to allow for your other products to penetrate and do what they need to do, and to speed up your cell metabolism as it should be moving and keep it from being sluggish. And that's when you start seeing your skin looking dull, noticing fine lines and wrinkles and hyperpigmentation. So I hope this has helped and maybe clarified in your mind what alpha hydroxys are, what glycolic and lactic acids do, and how they are safe, and how you can overdo it if you use too much. If you have any questions whatsoever about alpha hydroxys, I'm happy to answer any questions. So just leave your comments below and let me know what you'd like to hear on my next discussion about our skin. So everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day. Moisturize, protect, SPF daily, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.